As I told you in our last vlog, my animal family has grown, and now I'm finally able to introduce you to 2 new members. Here we go, let's meet Mia. Kijk maar!
Ja, den är härlig.
The reason why I'm talking about 2 new family members is that Mia is not coming alone. She's pregnant and expecting a baby in the beginning of December. I guess that you are really excited to hear a bit more about Mia and her story. So, Mia moved here on Saturday the 20th of June. She has been rescued from an industrial farm by another woman. Because of some health issues, this woman is not able to take care for Mia and her baby any longer. And since they seem to fit into our family so perfectly, I've decided to offer them the chance of a new life here, so that they don't have to go back to a farm where they would only be a number and live in fear of separation and slaughter. As you can see, my cows have welcomed them really kind as a part of their herd. But of course it is a risk for me. For each cow I'm paying around €100 every month. And since I already am at a point where I'm investing nearly all my financial energy into the animals I'm taking care of, it definitely is a challenge to make a living for 2 more of us. But if there's one thing I've learned during all of these years with so many animals, it is that if an animal belongs to us, there always is a way for it to stay. And if you do feel the calling to support Mia, her baby and me on this journey, you can find some information about that in the description. So after Mia's last caretaker has left that evening, I've spent some hours with the cows to connect and get familiar with this huge change.
Du bist schön, Mia. Du bist schön. Ich liebe dich. Schön, dass du da bist. Hi. Das ist meine Kamera. Ich nehme nämlich dich auf und dann zeige ich dich den Leuten. Zu zeigen, wie schön du bist.
And after that, I focused on another important project. As I told you, my goats are having some serious health struggles and it was necessary to move them to another piece of land. And I was planning to stay with them during the first nights. I've already had prepared a lot, but that evening I was only able to put up the tent before it was too dark, and I spent that first night only together with my dog, Zuse. The next morning I've prepared a little more for moving the goats. And then I went home to get some work done and take care for the animals. has been a dead bird in one of my water bottles. I don't know how to call it. I actually do have smaller places with water, actually, so that small animals can drink there, but I don't know what happened to him. I'm so sad. In the evening, it was finally time to move the goats. We have a problem. Do you see this goat? She's following me everywhere. That's not the problem. The problem is that she's always hunting dogs. But I want my dog to be with us and I want her to go into the tent. But that's not working really well because always when I want my dog to go into the tent, she's coming and hunting her. I hope I'm going to be able to figure that out as soon as possible because I don't want to have the electricity running on the fence as long as my dog is outside of the tent. And
Du sollst da nicht reinnehmen. Du sollst da überhaupt nicht rein. Du sagst, komm hier. Willst du gut? Komm hier. Schlaf bitte. Komm, weiter. Du, komm hier.
So now I'm in bed, but actually my mom had to come here and take the dog Zuse with her because it really did not work. She has been too scared of the goats to go into the tent, and I can't let her sleep outside in the forest and with this fence with electricity. So now Zuse is back home again and I'm here with the goats, and that's great as well, but the goats are not that happy that I'm here in the tent and they have to stay outside, and I really hope that they are not going to try to go through the fence. And it still is a bit exciting, but I hope that everything is going to go well because normally they always stay super close to me, so I don't think that they would run away or something like that. But since I'm in the tent and not outside, so everything is a little bit complicated. But I'm going to talk to some of my friends now so that the goats can hear my voice and that they are not too scared, and then I really hope that they're soon going to fall to sleep. And I'm excited about how this night is going to turn out. Hi! Can you see her? Oh Wandchen, du musst draußen bleiben. Ich liebe dich sehr. Great. What the hell has happened here? Oh, I love those animals. No, you're so fine. Hi. Now? Can you see her? She's waiting for me. But she's not screaming. She's not running. And I'm going to be back soon. I came back now. Look where my goat is standing. She's still at the same place, waiting for me. But the other two are eating, so that looks great. Later that day, I drove to my cows again to bring them water and look after Mia's udder. Oh no, I just noticed that I've killed a little baby mouse. My. I drove over it with a car, so I guess that I've killed it because you can see. Oh. I'm just so tired. I should go now. I still have to go and feed the goats and the pig and the dog and the cat and the rabbit. And I'm just so tired. I cannot handle a lot right now. This little mice really was too much for me today. It was just so sad because moments like this are always bringing up so many questions in me. What is good and what is bad? Do I have the right to live my life the way I do? How can we live peacefully when even a simple walk on a meadow could be seen as a highly violent act, since it is destroying the lives of so many? Whose pain matters? Where should we draw the line? Should we even draw a line? And if we don't do that, how can we feel happy? How can we enjoy the abundance in our life when we feel all the pain around us? Even then, I've asked myself these questions already thousands of times. I'm not really sure about the answers. But life goes on. And the next day, I finally got done with another important project. I've built a little shelter for the goats. It took me a few hours to get all the material over there and build it up.
This is a warning from the past. To make sure you're learning from mistakes that you did last. Send me a letter when you're done. Evaluating what your short life has become. You should know. You should know. Don't try to cover up your ways. In light of what you've seen so far, there are better ways. Throw preconceptions down the drain. 'Cause this is your last chance. You should know. You should know. When you are ready, it will begin to grow. This time tomorrow, the future I will show.
I finally did it. As you can see, it is not perfect in any way, but I think it's going to be enough to offer my goats some kind of a feeling of safety. I think you can see that they really enjoy it, and they've been asking me for that for many days now because they really want to have some kind of a shelter here in the middle of the forest, and they still are really stressed about living here because they are not used to move around to new meadows, and especially this one, Wanda, she's getting really stressed out when I'm not here. She wants me to be here constantly, and if I'm here, she's barely leaving my side. She's just always with me because she's not used to that, and she's really scared, but she's not only scared for herself, she's mainly scared for me because she always thinks that I am a baby, and if I leave her alone here in the middle of the wilderness, that is really hard for her. But we will get used to that, and I hope that she will start eating much more because she's getting really slim, and I can see that she's not eating enough. That is stressing me a little bit, but we will going to handle that. Yeah? Yes, we will. After everything that has happened lately, I honestly felt really exhausted. I guess it was just a really stressful time with many challenges and changes. You know, there always is so much more going on than I could ever show you in a video. And still there's a lot of work ahead for me this summer in order to make sure that we will all survive the next winter. So these days I felt really sick and weak. Even then I wanted to go on a hike with the cows so badly. I had to admit that I had not enough energy to do that. Instead, I spent many hours cuddling with them. Even then Benno could not resist to annoy me and the camera as usual. It was such a relaxing time.
Ben, nicht die Kamera. Ben.
There really is a special kind of relaxation that I feel when I'm together with my cows, laying close to their warm bodies and souls. And maybe it was meant for us to take a break that day, since my oldest cow Millie had some problems with one of her legs. And also I got the opportunity to connect deeper with Mia and the little soul she's carrying. While she could get to know the camera and you guys a little bit more. So this calm day really was a blessing. And these two guys have been waiting for me all the time. Hi! Hey. And 1 week later, we've finally been able to take our first hike with Mia.
When your life's been put on hold for far too long, when the sorrow and despair is growing strong, there is always something good to be obtained from breaking loose and leave the things that kept you chained. So when you find the strength to really shed your skin, all you really need to do is search within. When the road is long and hard and without end, and you feel like nothing's waiting around the bend, all good things will always come to those who wait. If you hold on to your pride and stand up straight, so there is comfort to be found in living thin. And all you really need to do is search within. There's one way to walk this earth if you plan to come out alive.
wunderbaren Welt.
Hallo Susi.
Ja, ich liebe dich sehr. Das ist eine ganz schwarze Nase von Feuer.
Oh, ihr seht hier unglaublich süß zusammen aus.
Ich bin auch, ich weiß nicht, auf irgendeine Weise ist er mir ja manchmal auch echt zu viel, ne? Aber auf irgendeine Weise fühle ich mich bei ihm auch so sicher.
Ja, ne?
Das ist ganz seltsam zu beschreiben.
Er hat so eine krasse Energie.
So eine Art, wo man sich so sicher und
Ich habe das alles auf Video, ne?
ja.
Man sieht echt, wie sehr sie das genießt, hier zu sein.
Sie gehört hierher. Ich weiß nicht warum und wie und ich kann das alles nicht erklären, aber sie gehört hierher.
Thank you so much that you are joining our journey and for all your support. It really means a lot. I will try my best to keep you updated about everything that is ahead for us, and I'm looking forward to see you soon again. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.